Good morning, Akwa Ibom. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, our world. Special edition of Rise and Shine, the flagship show on Spectrum TV continues this morning. It's special because this morning we do not have just Spectrum TV. We also have the other two arms of TAF Media Group, namely Planet 101.1 FM and Tansio 102.7 FM. My name is Michael Bush. I'm the boss. I'm super elated to have you here. It's very good that my senior colleague on set, the one who runs this show, along with Uyai, who would shortly be back, I guess the week after next, I hope so. Francis Edet is still here, fine boy, cute boy. Francis, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
How are you doing?
It's been a beautiful morning. And I'm feeling excited. At least it's weekend finally.
Absolutely. And so our guest, the cat is already out of the bag. Our guest is the immediate past chairman, elected chairman of his native Ukanafun local government of Akwa Ibom State. Our guest recently became an academic doctor. I don't know, people have gone to so much school, and it's just nice to have this man of God, the Honorable Pastor Godwin Inye, PhD, joins Francis Edet and me this morning. Good morning, Doc. How are you? What's in your hand?
I was in the hospital yesterday, but I'm okay.
Wow. And you still took the trouble to come here?
Of course.
Okay, I want the people at home to hear your voice a little louder. I know that you're not quite well, but welcome to the program. Thank you. How's your family? How are you yourself?
Every one of us were pretty good. I'm good to be here as well. I thank you very much. Thank you, Bush. Thank you, head of station. I'm really glad to be here, at least if not for any other thing else, to lend this psychological boost to this great Akwa Ibom mind. Who saw tomorrow from yesterday, and the evidence is a manifestation of what we are seeing today here, this conglomerate.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Great.
So, Satonia, that goes straight to you, and that is from, have you met him before?
We've met.
Okay, you met. Okay, great. Okay, and he's looking forward to seeing you. He will be here much earlier. He likes to throw me under the bus and make me come here at 6 a.m. and then he comes here at 9. But he'll be here much earlier to receive you, Mr. Shimon. Very nice to see you. Okay, so today we're focusing, we continue the series. We're doing a special thing to honor Governor Moino of Akwa Ibom at 1. He's celebrating his first anniversary in office. And we've just been taking rounds. Every day we take one person. Yesterday, even your elder brother said, the chairman, the state chairman of the party. Is he older than you?
Of course he is. Okay. My elder brother, my Oga,
your leader.
My boss, my leader, everything. And of course the 001 of PDP.
In Akwa Ibom, yes. So he was here yesterday.
He's doing us.
So yesterday we had Ukanafun. Today we have Ukanafun.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you. It's Ukanafun for one. It's very nice. Very, very nice. So you are here to discuss how far the local government setup has worked under this governor 1 year on, and especially considering that you were there. At least you spent 6 months in office under this governor, so you have the knowledge, and then you are out of office, so you can speak freely. So that's why we chose you for this part of the discussion. And Francis would be looking at all of the other things, but we'll just spend these 5-10 minutes opening to look at some things about you. So first, you were chairman of Ukanafun local government at a time when that particular local government area, went through so much security trouble. Can you guide us through that and how you were able to overcome it?
Well, thank you very much for this particular one question. Ukanafun is a very good place. I've always said it is the best place to come from. Yes, that we had our share of crisis notwithstanding, it is still the place to find the base of men on the surface of the planet Earth. The youth are good people, very hardworking, knowledgeable. Ukanafun is a land of good people. Now, when I took over on the 7th of December 2020, after the election that we went, and by the grace of God and the generosity of the people of Ukanafun, we won that election and were sworn in by His Excellency, the Kenudom Emmanuel. We saw a local government area that the first thing to be done was to get the people together, get them to work together, get everyone on the same page to navigate out of the crisis. And of course, you know that for a few years, there were no schools any longer. There were no business activities, the markets, everything, even up to the church in some major parts of Ukanafun had been shut down completely by reason of the crisis that we had, our fair share of what you may call in some other climes insurgency. But we gathered the youth together. I remember that one good day on assumption of office, we were able to get 98 youths together into the council hall.
Okay, no, I'll just stop you briefly. Terry or Prince, please. And please, Terry and Prince, you got to pay attention. It is chairman of a local government. Chairman of a local government, not chairman of local government area, please. And it's Inyan, not Inyan, please. Do not address him wrongly so that the thing doesn't go out to the world and they start calling him like that and the same we saw on Spectrum TV. All right? So I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you. That's also very, very important.
Important, sure.
Now, we got 98 youths together in the council hall, and we addressed them most passionately that this is the only local government that we have. We cannot afford to toy with this. Possibly this may be the last opportunity for repentance, for rehabilitation, to get the place back together on track, to work. Of course, you know what Ukanafun stands for in the committee, among the committee of local government areas in this state is the Palm Belt of Akwa Ibom State.
The Palm Belt.
Yes, of course, you know, the Palm Belt of Akwa Ibom State, you know. So, and that one, we place a demand on them. If you had remnant of firearms, and you know you are not a policeman, you know you are not a soldier, you know you are not working for the civil defense, you are not in the Navy, you are not in the Air Force, or not even in any of the paramilitary outfits, you have no business carrying firearms, and therefore you will not shoot. That if you carry firearms or what, any deadly weapon, any weapon that you are not supposed to carry, we will look out for you. The best bet is to drop them now, return them to those who legitimately own firearms, and they dispense with that. And I think they seem to agree with us. And that was how we got everybody, especially the youth, because that's the fulcrum of what development is all about, especially for tomorrow. Now, we got started. And by the grace of God, we were able to get everybody on the same page, and we moved forward. The next thing was to call what I describe as Economic Development Summit to set the template for the development of Ukanafun. And we got everybody, whoever that has a name in Ukanafun, the Repus, the AIGs, the Akpan, the Enoch, Babong Enochman, the State Chairman, the Mpanangs, and everyone that has the name in Ukanafun. Of course, Moffat, Ekoriko. I know Ukanafun is blessed with about the best journalists in the planet Earth. So they were all there, and we worked together. We set a template, and well, we were able to move on steadily. And we attracted what we attracted. We attracted the developments that we saw during the 36 months that I was on the saddle. Minimum of 25 live touching projects, including a police station, and the second since the inception of Ukanafun on the 1st of June in 1976.
Whoa.
And we moved on and so on and so forth. The Ukanafun people, the high, the low, the medium level, everyone cooperated with us, worked with us most assiduously until we got to where we got, and we achieved above all the peace that we actually bargained for, which set the tone for the development of Ukanafun and the stability of the place. In economic terms, the stability of the place, educationally, schools are all back, the markets, every economic. There is no section of Ukanafun today that is not habitable. That's my greatest joy.
Absolutely. Okay, before Francis will jump in and take us where he wants. I'm interested, immediate past chairman of Ukanafun local government, the Honorable Pastor Godwin Inyeng, PhD, in your name. I'm happy that brings, even made me remember this by bringing in Inyeng. We have heard Inyeng, we've heard, but Inyeng, what does that mean? Wealth? No.
I understand, I'm told, originally it was supposed to be Inyene.
Oh.
But the white man could not pronounce it so well, and somehow mixed it up. And what the white man got Inyeng as against Inyeng got stuck, and we bear Inyeng.
Because that's you are the only one with the name. So the white man only made mistake only one place. I've been wondering. I've never heard the Inyeng before. I was wondering, does it mean wealth? Oh, it's Inyeng, but the Inyeng, why the white man? And you ended up with it.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's the same way they name us Nigeria.
Absolutely. The same. Exactly the same.
Okay.
Francis.
Okay, Honorable Chairman, it's good to have you join us. I know that Bush jumped and didn't ask you about the journey, so I'm just going to let that slide. But Ukanafun, the many projects that you've talked about, I'd like to know, what has been the impact of that on the general welfare of the local government area?
Well, it's good to have such that question. You know that before I went into office, Ukanafun was synonymous with crisis, with everything ugly, with everything bad. Reason of the crisis, the insurgency we had, maimings, rabies, all kinds of crises. So the police station was very key to me. Yes, and that's of course the second since 1976 June that Ukanafun was created out of the then Cross River State. So of course the importance of such a facility, a security facility, could not be swept under the carpet at all. Of course, we did that police station, it is fully functional. We also did 2 markets to boost the socio-economic life of Ukanafun. One in what you now call Ward 9 and the other one in the present Ward 4. We built 2 markets. We opened up roads in 11 out of 13 political wards of Ukanafun. In fact, there were some roads that we opened up that 28 years. It was just there as a mini forest and so on and so forth. So we did all of that. But we also made sure that, I think in that dispensation, it's most likely that I was the only chairman that who could give a constituency project to the councillor. Each one, and we have of course 13 wards in Ukanafun. Each councillor was able, under my supervision, by the grace of God, as the head of that administration, to do one constituency project, some water projects, some of them village halls, and some other projects like that, and so on and so forth. On the whole, we were able to open up Ukanafun because when I went in, I told them that one of the greatest thing I want to be remembered for at the end of my 36 months in this on the saddle in Ukanafun is to make Ukanafun a 21st century community where people should be able to have pipe-borne water, where my community people should be able to have access to take their produce to the market, where children, pupils will be able to go to school without being trapped down or even without being eaten by snake. Yes, or any other rattle thing like that, and so on and so forth. And there are some communities that had no pipe-borne water. Even my own community, Afabota, that's the first public water that they have, the community, the mini water scheme that I did for that place. It might also interest you to note that we had only two school blocks in the primary school in my village. I was able to do one. They now have three and so on. So all this put together, I think we're able to transform Ukanafun, to leverage on what we met, and of course to make Ukanafun to be somehow habitable for the people, the good people of that place. And I think we did our best, we paid our dues, and the people are happy for it because we connected them to the rest part of the state and the world.
Okay, I don't know why you said that about we paid our dues, the people are happy, we did our best. I don't know why you said that. But there are many things, many windows Francis and I would like to jump in and take you up on. And number one would be, yes, you did your best, clearly. As a matter of fact, even as a journalist, as a broadcaster, I knew all that you did, and you performed well. But was their best good enough? Would you really say? Because I know you're going to say yes, since you already said you did your best. But was their best good enough? So that let me just hide my second question.
Whether you hide it or you expose it,
it's still going to come forward.
The truth of the matter is that the largest room in the world is the room for improvement. So, yes, with the resources we had at our disposal at that time, we did our very, very best. The climate, we worked with them. We did our very, very best. But it is one thing to do your best, another thing for people to see, especially in a political climate, political dispensation, political season, laced with all intervening political variables, for people to judge you that you did your best. But no man has ever had his best spoken of until he's late or until he's out of office.
Absolutely. So now what is being said about you? Because I'm wondering, why I even asked you the first question was that, I mean, it was clear, you did well. And someone said to me today, I think was it today or yesterday, that you're not a media-friendly chairman. Because we couldn't find, or you were not a media-friendly local government chairman. I don't know, but that doesn't seem right. But why did he say that? He said because he could not find any footage, any video of your activities and all that. But here you were, you really performed well. You did so well. Why is it that in your senatorial district, and I say that because, I mean, Itoro Kolumba, just like you, performed very well in office as then chairman of Ikono, didn't have a second term, didn't even have any other thing. It just was shoved aside and all of that. And here you were at Ukanafun. Why is that? Why is that so? You know, why were you not given more time, ample time? Most of your colleagues are still in office. Why were you taken out? Do you really think you performed well as you've told us?
The facts are there speaking for itself. There is no one chairman of Ukanafun elected or appointed that has done 1/4 of what I did while I was in office. 25 solid projects. They are there. They are there. In fact, incidentally, I don't know why I had to come with the program of the commissioning events that are there. Peradventure, you did not come across. You have a copy right now.
What is it?
There.
Please just get that. Get that to Terry. Get that to Terry immediately. I don't know. whether there's something Tori can do about it, because we're even looking for that. Yes.
Now, so Ukanafun was established on the 1st of June. It was created 1st of June 1976.
1976.
1976. Incidentally, or coincidentally, perhaps, same day with Ikona, out of format.
Whoa.
You have just mentioned Itoro, my brother, my friend, my colleague. Perhaps it is our lot. I do not want to go there. But let me say this, that 1976 to 2023, 23rd of November was when we had the second police station. And you are conversant with the myriads of crisis. On the day I was sworn in, people came, including the national president of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, some editors, even including that of regional editor of Reuters, the British wire agency. Yes, they came. The Money Amarere of AIT, they all came. Victoria Iban came, but they were shocked that some cabs, some persons, some friends wanted to take cabs to my place. They say, Ukanafun, Oga, what are you going to do there? That this is my only source of livelihood. I cannot take this cab, Ukabu to Ukanafun. I may not return with my arms and so on and so forth. That's the Ukanafun that we could go today, 12 midnight, and you can walk freely. You can walk the length and breadth of the urban.
But in your time, Doc, when Ukanafun was that hot, yes. How did you work? Did you go to the office every day?
Sometimes I was leaving my office 7 p.m. I walk every day. Sometimes I'll be going to work. Of course, I live in my village. My village is this other side, close to Abak.
Why were you not targeted? Why didn't they target you? Because there was too much violence. There was too much killings.
I was not indebted to anyone. Of course, let me also say this, that I paid serious attention to security. I had told them, the period of grace is over. If you carry arms and you are not a policeman, soldier, Air Force, even DSS, if you're a boss brigade or boss car, you are supposed to be carrying sticks and not arms. And the long arm of the law will look after you. So I worked, for me, I was very free. I was not indebted to anyone. Even if I was indebted to you, I will pay. So Ukanafun, for me, we were able to stabilize the place. We did the things we did for the overall interest of the generality of the people of Ukanafun. But possibly that maybe, of course, in a community of over 100 persons, so to speak, you don't, if you have 90, please, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
Whether I was media friendly, I was not supposed, if I had wanted to be loved by everyone, every Tom, Dick and Harry, I would have been selling ice cream.
Absolutely.
I would have been selling ice cream.
Sure.
But the task of governance is so serious, is so important that you could not afford to leave it to get to that level. Absolutely. And will expect everybody to be clapping.
Chairman, I can tell you, as a media boss, as somebody who's done this for many years, you're quite media friendly. You're a different kind of leader. It took me hours for you to be on this program. It was just a phone call, and you are here, and not just coming on the program. You even commercialized the program, and on behalf of this management, we're like, thank you. No, I need to say that you're quite media friendly. It's just that another office is coming to you, I prophesy. You must make sure you have videos of your in-office experience. We were looking all over for it. We couldn't find them. Francis, come on.
Well,
want to compare the
the board has said something very critical. The media is the media.
Absolutely.
For obvious reasons. And most times when people want to, doubt what you've been able to do in office, it is the media that is going to be able to bring out those evidences. Life is all about evidence, doctor. And without evidence, most people are not going to
believe.
What you've been able
Absolutely.
to do. But let's dig a little bit into Ukanafun local government. I know that way back, I used to come to Ukanafun once in a while, and recently entering Ukanafun, compared to those days, the narrative is different. I'd like to know, what was your driving force? What inspired you? What gave you the stamina and that courage to stand and then insist on the things that you were able to do? Was it the you factor or the people factor, or a combination of the you, the people, and your determination to change the narrative? And of course, the God factor, especially considering the fact that you're also a pastor.
Predominantly the God factor and the people factor. Because I looked at myself, that where will I go to after 36 months in office? I am an Afar man from the cradle of Afar. We are the progenitors of Afar. And you know, Ukanafun with 87 villages, Afar has 56, Ukanafun proper has 31. Yeah, so I think I saw myself as having a greater stake in Ukanafun, the Ukanafun project. An Afar man. My mother, the area, the part of Ukanafun I really sort of grew up. My mother is from Southern Ukanafun. Therefore, I find myself, I look at the future, that I could walk, even if I choose to do exercise by form of trekking or jogging from this side of Ukanafun to the other side of Ukanafun, which is where my mother comes from, which is the urban part of Ukanafun. I should make Ukanafun unencumbered. I should make Ukanafun a place to live. The Ukanafun that we grew up to see, that 12 midnight, 8 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 a.m., you are walking without molestation.
That's all the things you achieved.
Yes,
so those pictures are coming in.
Those are some of the things that we did within the 36 months in office. So we looked at all these things and said the people must have a new lease of life, free from cultism. As if the headquarters of cultism was established in Ukanafun. That's one of the markets I did, 30 open shops in one location and 30 in another locations and so on. One of these is in Ukanafun, one is in the other side, on the other side of Ukanafun. Now, so that the people should be able to breathe a new air of life. People should be free to move about, carry on with their businesses without losing one leg, without losing one hand, without losing one eye. People's women, people's children should be able to go about freely. Those things, and we look at it, and I told them, that's my village, that's the, I think it's the water facility within the police station. It's not even the main
water facility.
Yeah, it's not the main community water scheme. Now, and we said, if our local government area has existed since 1976, for God's sake, for once, we should be able, there should be one thing tangible to speak about Ukanafun. So, and at the end of the day, whether they judge us, some people politically minded, and not even the kind of politics that is for public service, but the politics of maybe, yes, some of infrastructure is not bad, but it's also one of the things the people must come first in your service, in your public service. It is people first. Let us come behind the people. Those are some of the things that inspired us to put in what we did. And I said, as a pulpit minister, that my office, the local government, is an extension of my altar in the church.
Okay. All right. You just joining us, listening to, if you're on radio, Planet 101.1 FM, or thanks to your 102.7 FM of TAP Media Group. And of course, if you're watching us, that surely should be either on Facebook Live or Spectrum TV. And it's Michael Bush, myself, and Francis Sedet, Mr. Speaker, on a special edition of Rise and Shine, the flagship program right here, the TAF Media Group. Our studio guest this morning is the Honorable Pastor Godwin Inye, PhD, immediate past chairman of Ukanafun local government, and it's just critiquing, if you like, his time as chairman, and of course the role, the achievements, the performance of Governor Umoino 1 year on in terms of local government setup. Yes, so let's fast forward there and let's go to when you spent about 6 months in office under Governor Umoino. What did you experience then? What will you say at the time was a signal that this is how the local government administration under him would be?
Well, from the very onset, I knew, of course, as a public affairs analyst, as a political communicator, and of course, let me say this, my PhD is in political communication. I knew for sure that this governor would do well. He came, the agenda he placed before us in the days of the campaigns were people-centered. We also knew, because this is a God-fearing man, that he was going to do very, very well. This is a man that was not coming as a governor to look for money to pay children's school fees at either Harvard or Massachusetts or Oxford. We knew quite well that this man has been grounded, and above all, he's a pulpit minister. He was not going to disappoint. And one big man said one thing one day in one of those public outings, that the pastor joined, prayed for the success of Obongata administration, prayed for the success, team up with Chief Godswill Akpabio, now Senate President, to pray and work for the success of the administration of Chief Godswill Akpabio for 8 years, and Deacon Umoino Deacon Dom Emmanuel too for 8 good years. There was no reason under the sun the church would not come all together to pray, to work, even pause, and also to fast for the success of this one. And the signs were all there, because he came with a very robust blueprint of what Akwa Ibom under his leadership, the next level of governance in Akwa Ibom would be. So when the candidate, as it were, had come with such robust plan of what he intended to do for Akwa Ibom in times like this, and God knows why he also brought Pastor Umoino in times like this. Like we say in the Living Faith Church, that we are destined to flourish in hard times. God brought Pastor Umoino to make Akwa Ibom still prosperous, even in very challenging, most challenging times as we are. So for us at the very onset, we knew, those of us who were privileged to be with him during the days of the campaigns and so on, we knew that he was going to do well. We knew he was going to do well. Has not disappointed us. And for me, for those of us who were privileged to work with him for 6 months before we ended our tenure, we knew that look, the base of times are not yet seen in Akwa Ibom State. And you know, Paul planted. That's the scripture. That's where
Apollos
water.
And the increase gives the increase.
Gives the increase. It is the part of Pastor Umoino is the part of the just. It is meant to shine brighter and brighter until we get to the perfect day. That's my take.
Francis, you're in the midst of two pastors. In the midst of pastors, how blessed are you?
Yeah, I also come from there.
I know. I get it.
But seriously, Pastor, it gives me great joy. Let me address you as Pastor this time, not as
Yes.
doctor.
That's
It gives me
That's
great
what
As honorable as
Yes,
that.
honorable
what I-
Pastor.
As doctor.
So
I'm not a pastor in politics. I'm not a professional pastor.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional politician, but I'm a pastor in politics.
Politics, yeah.
It's my main pulpit is there.
Absolutely.
But politics is an
Yeah.
offshoot of that.
So politics is the side
It's
hustle.
the side. It's the side. But I like to, since you're here, I think I asked the last pastor we had the same question. Politics has been seen as a dirty game. How was it for the members of your fold to see that their pastor is now into politics? What was it like for you navigating during that time and still till today?
They were glad to release me,
Mm.
and they have not been disappointed. They may be cries, may be wailing of he is not able to do this. Look, I am happy that I served the people of Ukanafun as a chairman. I have no regrets. Look at it. I'm not trying to brag, and God is my witness. How many days did we record in Ukanafun while I was chairman? Insurgency, or whatever you call it, the cultism had reduced to the barest. People said I was hard. But look. I kept telling them that the scripture tells me, and I know that I'm a pulpit minister, that you should not suffer the wish to live. What kind of witchcraft is more than killing, kidnapping, separating people, opening of people's stomach, cutting of people's hand? What kind of it? Is there any degree of witchcraft that is more than that? So you should not, if they fail to repent, they should not be in the community of people, normal human beings. They said I was too hard. I said, okay, let's come together, reason together, and make things work in this manner. Some few, very, very few, insignificant few, of course. But I also said, okay, for God's sake, whatever God cannot give me, may I not have it. I did not steal Ukanafun's money. I did not need it. I was not looking for money, being chairman of Ukanafun. I was not to look for money to build my first house or to try to send my children to school or to look for scavenge for things to eat. So there was no reason dipping my hands into the coffers of Ukanafun to pick money. I am okay. I'm very, very okay by the grace of God. So whatever it is, I am sure Ukanafun is better off than I met it. I left a better Ukanafun. And I took a cue from my governor, Dikinudom Gabriel Emmanuel.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time. And then also from my governor. Working with two governors was a rare privilege.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. So now, the current governor, you've been out of office 6 months. The things you saw, you've been out of office, is it up to 6 months? Yes, 6 months. Yes, about 6 months. You were in office under him 6 months, out of office about 6 months. I'm wondering now, the signs you said you saw shortly before leaving office, are those signs still there? Do your colleagues, does even your successor at Ukanafun tell you that he's having a ball? For instance, there's the big question about allocation from Abuja. Did this governor in your time, and does he dabble? Does he touch it?
Well, you see, this issue of allocation from FAC and now Jack, when we get down here, Akwa Ibom State is blessed. Akwa Ibom State is blessed because we have always had governors who are normal, sane people. There are some states in this country that I know of one. It could be somewhere, part of the north, maybe the middle belt. The governor was accused of owing salaries of civil servants for 13 months.
Yes.
And he said, no, it is not him. He is not owing for 30. He's not owing for 13 months. That is owing for only 11 months.
I remember. I remember that.
11 months.
I remember.
So, but here we are in Akwa Ibom State. Before the month, I think we used to pay our staff as early as 25, 26.
Yes, 25, 26.
20,
Yes.
whatever they are paid. And the average Akwa Ibom worker, the average Akwa Ibom person, citizen has not pondered to ask, why is it so easy? Is it that it is rosier here than in some other parts of the country that
Doc,
this tells
Doc,
of what?
Yes. Doc, can we just hold on? We hear that many people want to speak with you. Our first caller. Hello. Many thanks for joining us. Your name, where are you calling from?
I think we lost connection there. But of course, as soon as the calls comes in, we are going to continue. But
Yes.
let's let
Yes.
Pastor continue.
Please just go on. Yeah.
So why? How come that we do not have these tales of woes in Akwa Ibom State? It is because of the nature, the management of the state local government joint account allocation committee, which is what you call JAC. It is because of the same manner.
The strategy.
The strategy in management of these resources.
Oh.
Let me say this, please, for the avoidance of that. But I think most people know, or many know, but they still do not want to give credit to these governors, to these gentlemen who have managed our resources.
Let him just land with his thoughts. Yeah.
Now, that there are some local government councils in this state that would not have been able to afford to pay salaries of their civil servants.
Doc, I just apologize to you again. I think your indulgence again. There's this caller. Many thanks for joining us. Your name, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Abuja.
Your name?
My name is Elder Bright Ibik.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to ask the chairman.
Former chairman.
He said he built a market, but I didn't see the market that he built.
Are you from Ukanafun?
I'm from Parani Lower Government, but I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay. Did you watch us from the beginning of the show this morning?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting because they announced yesterday, so I was waiting for him to come up.
Can you now see the pictures on screen?
No, apart from that, this is not the chairman of Barenin.
I've seen the picture.
He's not the chairman of Barenin.
I've seen, listen, this is Ukanafun. I've been passing through Ukanafun to Port Harcourt. I passed through Ukanafun to Ekwa. Ukanafun to my place in Barenin. So, I know the road. I know what he's saying. But the market that he says is built, the market doesn't look like market that somebody built.
Okay.
But the picture we have on screen, that's the market, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how does it now not look like a market that somebody built? Did it come from the sky and just landed?
What are you saying?
Okay, thank you. No, please, we don't have this.
We should not contest with our Abuja-based brother from Ikpati. When next you pass through, when you get to the gates of the local government secretariat complex, you tell somebody to lead you a motorbike, most likely to lead you to Ikot Udo Mbang. Those are where 30 of these local open shops yes, that is the one in our axis. Ikot Udom Mbang. Now you ask somebody to take you to Ikot Una, they will take you to the second one. And these two locations are about 7 minutes away from the premises of the local government secretariat complex. So thank you. When next you come to Akwa Ibom, you try and find out that. Thank you very much.
Another caller. Hello, many thanks for joining us. And where you're calling from?
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so we lost that, and I just like the way he.
Handled it.
Is that what they call in social media? Savage. You know? I like the way he answered it. Abuja-based brother from Parenin. And then you have the opportunity. You in Parenin, you are free to join the program. We're even also expecting some people, some of our standby correspondents across the world, to join us, and we're just waiting for them. Yes. Hello. Many thanks for joining us. And then where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good
Welcome to the
morning.
program.
Please, my name is Ukanafun Sunday. Also,
Welcome, Sunday.
I'm
Go ahead.
calling from Abuja.
Oh, everybody's calling us from Abuja
I'm
today.
calling
Yes.
from Abuja. First of all, I really appreciate the program, and I also thank the former chairman of Ukanafun of his work. But I want to ask him a question, please. Ukanafun, what is wrong with that? Not to have a commercial bank in Ukanafun.
That's a good question. Thank you, boss.
My dear brother, I
That's the
deeply
number one
appreciate
challenge
you.
we have over the
Yes, we understand. We understand. We understand.
sometimes in banking, if you want to do transfer for capital, it's very hard and no commercial bank. And I also thank the present Federal House of Rep member. I traveled, I came back last week. What the man did, I really appreciate. And I also thank the former chairman. Please, what is wrong that we cannot have
A commercial bank. We got that question.
Yeah, that's.
All right, thank you.
We
By the way,
have
that
that.
name is Ubo Tumabasi. Ubo Tumabasi. Please, not Ubo Tumabasi. Yes.
Ubawutum. Well, you know that the bank is purely a commercial
venture, yeah.
venture. The banks, if UBA, for instance, Union Bank, Keystone Bank, Globus Bank, whatever bank.
Chairman is using our airtime to advertise banks.
Sorry about that. There are many of them, Face Bank and the first generation of them. Number, they will first consider the viability, the business opportunities, and so on that are there before they come and invest. I think they would have considered Ukanafun, yet economically, there are a lot of factors. I do not want to hold brief for them. I do not want to speak for them. But I know that in the course of time, as the things that we tried to do are getting mature, in the course of maybe sometime from now, we'll begin to have. But don't forget that there was a time we had Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture in the place and so on. And then also don't forget that there was a time that people came in, some criminals came in from our neighboring state. I think Abia came with the gas cylinders and came to cut and broke into those places and carted away things. So, but you know that Ukanafun, the people of Ukanafun are having a new perspective to the management of public infrastructure, public things. And so in the course of time, I can assure you that Ukanafun will grow and develop to having such
Right on the heels of
banks
this
and
calls,
so on.
former chairman, you take us back to your thoughts. There were some very important things we were saying, but Francis wants to take a call. Yeah.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Please, I'm calling from Abuja. My name is Covenant.
Covenant from Abuja. We seem to be having a lot of calls from Abuja. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Covenant, go ahead.
Okay, so former chairman of Ukanafun, the Honorable Pastor Godwin Ian, PhD, you were discussing the benefits of Jack and how that those benefits, because they have been misconstrued by the people don't understand the workings. They now blame governors for taking money from local governments. Really. That's what you were
I
saying.
have not come across, especially the two governors I worked, and from the benefits of being an insider. I have not come across one governor, not Governor Udumi
Manuel
Manuel.
accident was. Yeah.
Yes, not Governor Umoin, of course, but now dipping hands into the
Allocations
joint
to the
account.
government.
Okay, process of the joint accounts to do things that are extraneous.
Why do people say differently? Why
There
do people
is
think
lack
differently?
of understanding of the workings, even the benefits of most. Look, let me tell you, the bulk of local government money, we pay teachers. We pay teachers.
Absolutely.
Teachers, and Ukanafun alone with 64 primary schools.
Whoa.
No school, 64 primary schools in Ukanafun. No school has less than 10 teachers. No school, 64 primary schools. I manage 64 primary schools.
Okay.
And I was paying hundreds of teachers. The local government, if you had, initially, a time was when my father was a primary school teacher.
Yeah.
My father was a teacher. The time was that teachers were due up to 1 year and so on. But today, no teacher. is due
Because
up
of
to
JAB.
Because of JAB, because these resources are put together and distributed.
Okay.
Uyo here has
This is not you, this is Uruan.
everybody.
Chairman, this is Uruan.
everybody's
This is
wife.
Uruan,
Oh,
Chairman.
sorry.
Before you come and carry it, you now and put it.
Chairman, it seems a lot of people want to talk to you this morning.
Yes.
Our
There's a
radio
lot of
community, is growing, but just in case you're listening to us via the radio, 0704-541-7707. That's the number for you to reach us this morning. I know that everybody wants to speak to the pastor this morning.
Absolutely. And we need also to quickly say this interview was actually supposed to end at 8 because our next studio guest is live in the studios, the Right Honorable Dr. Henry Achibong, immediate past MP, Abuja, and then, of course, currently Honorary Special Advisor to Governor Omoino on political matters for Akwa Ibom North East Senatorial District. This one. He's in the live studios, but another 10 minutes will be rounded off because we started this late. Please stay tuned. Another caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Thank you, sir. I'm calling from Latin State, Mango local government.
Your name and where you're calling from. We didn't get that.
I am Chelle Lawrence from Mango local government, Latin State.
Oh, Plateau State.
Mangu local government.
Government
All right,
area
go
in
ahead, tell
Plateau
it.
State. How is Jos?
Wow.
Just is very cool and fine.
Welcome to the program. Your volume is giving us a little problem in the studios. Can you just bring down the volume of your device? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. I want to commend the effort of this ex-chairman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because is just as he said earlier, it is one thing to make a development, and it's another thing for people to appreciate. I appreciate you so much because he said.
Please, can you just move away from the TV set? Just move away. It's causing commotion here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He said earlier that he had no place to go because that was why he had to do this development, because he had no place to go.
Yes.
After 36 or so months in office, you have no place to go rather than to remain in his community.
Absolutely.
So his own, at least to me, is different, far better from so many chairmen that I've seen. So I want to thank you very much for doing that development.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you,
nice.
brother.
Very nice. Because that's true.
Thanks a lot.
When you are aware of the fact that when you act in your community,
Thank you.
when you
God
live,
bless you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Have a
it.
nice
So, but yeah, what other things has this governor done, Dr. Ian, that impressed you 1 year on?
I'm telling you of the truth. We could not have had a better government in times like this. The state was almost so fragmented. the man has brought unity to this state that will speak for him even years after, at the fullness of time, that he is gone. And if anybody comes after Pastor Mono in 8 years' time to try to divide us, Akwa Ibom people, the youth, boys, girls, the elderly will rise up against such a public, such a leader. We want to be more united. That there should be no difference between an Oron man, no difference between a Ko Ibibio man or Anang man. We are all from one stock. But I think he has taken us back to the very root of where we come from. He has redefined what is called brotherhood. And I'm so happy about this. And on this note, there is nothing in terms of development that you cannot have in Akwa Ibom State. In education, infrastructure, agriculture, security, and everything. So for me, Pastor Umar Eno was the best material prepared by God for times like this in all facets of development.
Pastor,
Francis, should be rounding off.
Yes, just as I'd like to ask that as the last question. Pastor Moina has always insisted he came in as a pastor, and he wants to retire as a pastor. I'm asking because you're also a pastor.
Yes.
Are you proud of the things that he has done, and what are your expectations as we graduate into the second year and the rest of his years in office?
You see, he has started well. There is no reason under the sun this man will not land well. There's no reason under the sun this governor will not end well. I expect that the leverage on all that he has done in all the areas, developmental areas, in all the development oriented, he will do well. He's taking everybody. Look at what he's doing. There is starvation. If there is famine in this land, people are almost at the point of what you had in Egypt, selling their children. If you had 4, you sell 1 to feed this other 3. But this man has thought of something novel. So for me, I know that he's taking us somewhere. But we should only be a bit patient with him. For me, I am proud that I work with him. And I'm also working with him, possibly from the sidelines. I am proud that for me as a person, I went to Ukanafun with my Bible. I also returned after 36 months with my Bible. I know that this man, God, for God who is with him, he will do us well. He will take Akwa Ibom to the next level. Period.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that you know that he went into government house with you with his Bible and he's going to come out.
For sure.
Because
He has not
some
deviated.
people who went in with the Bible and came out with something else.
He has that's what I'm saying. He has not deviated. For
And he will
God
not
is with him. He will not deviate. You know already, because the man is focused. He's focused. He will not deviate. He will return even stronger.
Okay, we need to go. I don't know. I'm quite grateful to you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for taking this early morning trouble. And we pray that your health is good for you. I'm also very proud that you're a ward leader. You belong in the Akwa Ibom State Ward Leaders Union, and you contribute all the time very honorably and very humbly.
I've been the leader of Northern Afar 1.
Yes.
And don't forget that I said I'm from the cradle of Afar in Ukanafun.
Yes.
Northern Afar 1. I've been the leader since 2005. I've been the leader of that ward, and incidentally, by the grace of God, we've not lost one single election.
Whoa.
And we've not lost one. We are not going to lose any. Now, I have not also known of any other political party other than PDP.
Fantastic.
So I'm grateful.
Fantastic. It's a fine place to leave this one. Beautiful discussion. It's a Friday morning, right? It's a weekend. So tomorrow I don't have to wake up early.
But I still have to wake up early.
Yes, you are. You heard when Doctor was opening, he said head of station. You are the acting head of planning, right? And you continue to do your thing. Okay, so it's very nice to have been here with the immediate past chairman of Ukanafun local government, and that is the Honorable Dr. Pastor Godwin Iyen, and you know that he's also a ward leader. It's an academic, and very nice to have had him. He had all the things to say. He came here to discuss the workings of the local government system in the age of Governor Moino, and fantastic. He had that experience 6 months under this governor. 6 months after, he's still saying the same thing, and we hope that in the remaining part of the administration of this governor, the many, many years that this governor will be in office, the Honorable Pastor Godwin Iyen, PhD, will still say the same thing. Francis and I are very elated. Even the chairman, I'm sure, is waiting outside to receive you. We're quite happy. Thank you for taking the trouble, chairman, and thank you for all the wonderful things you said. Closing comments from you.
Thank you very much. Once again, I deeply appreciate the former governor, the King Udom Emmanuel, that he found me fit to superintend over Ukanafun. And you don't forget his relationship with Ukanafun.
Absolutely.
Yes. At the time that he brought me in. And I thank this governor, Pastor Umana, that he has continued in the shoes of my father. This governor has done so well. Let us be patient with him. But I can assure you, he will do far, far better. We ain't seen nothing less. With what we are seeing, my brother, this man will take us to very higher heights in Akwa Ibom State.
Fantastic.
And to my people in Ukanafun, it is the best place we can always think of. So I bless you with irreversible blessings.
Amen.
Men, women, the elderly, boys and girls, I command the blessings of God upon Ukanafun, that Ukanafun will not return to Egypt in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Francis, you saw that Ukanafun man sitting on Uran soil and blessing Ukanafun. He didn't even remember to send some of the blessings. The chairman is in the building. We'll take a short break any moment now. The Right Honorable Dr. Henry Achibo joins us live. Please stay tuned.